Hey gang, Chris and Deanna here outside at the RV park where we are staying in Panama City Beach. The classic Florida noise is going on in the background. It's behind the camera and it is the classic leaf blower. A little maintenance going on in the park, so forgive the noise, but that's what we hear when we're staying in the parks, is those leaf blowers. It's been a few days since we have checked in. We came here Friday afternoon, got here about 3:30-ish, I think, and proceeded to sit outside and get bit by bugs. That is one of our classic things, or mine is those great no-see-ums. So that's been a challenge when we get to do our crap analysis. We get to talk about the bugs. And Saturday we drove around a little bit and went to the beach because it was about 80 degrees. And then Sunday and today. So anything that you wanted to talk about from Friday? We drove from where?
Drove from Vicksburg, Mississippi
Oh, yes.
to Panama City, and roads were generally good. Found the U-Haul trailer dolly rental return place, and it wasn't exactly spelled out as to where we were supposed to return it, and we turned into the first driveway that says U-Haul, and of course once you get in there you can't really turn around with that all hooked up, but so they were nice about it and just unhooked it where we were, but if they would have said come in on whatever street it was when they called them, that would have been, it just would have made it easier all the way around. But altogether it was a really, yeah, the guy was really nice about it. Everything was fine. So and then we got here to the campground and were pleasantly surprised. Well, I guess not terribly surprised, because it looks just like what the advertisement says it's like. So it's very nice in here. You can see the trees in the background, and flower bushes and little palm fronds of different sorts. We don't know what all of those are yet, but we might try to learn. And so we've just been enjoying our time.
So that was Friday. I can't remember what we made for dinner that night, but all worked well. Then Saturday we got up, walked around the park, I think, and talked to some neighbors. They were here in for a car show, and we wanted to wash the car. That was the challenge, which we'll talk about. And I got greeted from our first local, I'm assuming, Panama City Beach person, with we were taking a left in the turn lane to turn around and basically make a U-turn, which is common out here in Florida. And we had to turn around, and by the time the traffic passed, we turned, and somebody was sticking their middle finger out at us and yelling, a-hole. Well, that's a nice greeting to Panama City, so my attitude kind of tanked right there. But anyway, we found a car wash. The third one, which still was a crappy car wash, we Google mapped car wash near us, and two of them were non-existent, and the third one was crappy. It was like just sprinkling water on the car. We wiped down most of the gunk from the road grime. Went out to the beach, had some lunch, and drove around for a little bit. Came back, chilled out, and then Sunday got up, went to church. It's right across the street. How handy is that? Met some people, met some other, well, not some brewers, but people who knew some brewers. That's Chris's main goal here, is to meet some of the brewer owners and see if there's potential there. And then visiting with the worship leader of all people. He was going to play music at one of the breweries on Sunday night, so we joined the gang. We had church in the morning, and then hung out and had beers with the church people in the evening. And how great was that?
And they even did some worship service, or worship songs.
Yeah.
At the brewery. So
yeah,
all was good.
It was kind of cool. And then this morning we got up, took a big old walk, 3.5 miles. We were thinking we were going to get about 5, but hey, We'll start with 3.5.
Start.
Exactly. And then came back here. Chris cooked brunch, excuse me. And the greatest part was yesterday's lunch.
For lunch.
We picked up some local seafood, so I had a tuna steak and some shrimp. Chris had shrimp and a burger, and we had some sauteed veggies. It was awesome. I posted a picture on it on Facebook, so very, very yummy. I think I posted it on Instagram too, so you can find that photo. It's really awesome. So now we're catching up with visiting with you, and then gonna go look at houses. That's what we did yesterday afternoon. Go look at properties. Drove around, and today we're gonna drive around. I told him I don't want to drive around as much, but be able to go check out the area and see what may fit us. It may not be this part of Florida, but we're gonna check it out. Anything else you wanted to add before we do crap analysis, which we kind of covered a bit?
Let's go.
Let's go. Crap analysis challenges. One, of course, was the navigation to the U-Haul on Friday, and then the jerk on Saturday morning.
Yeah, and then finding the operating car washes. It says they're car washes, but have closed down or
something
due to whatever. One of them looked like it just closed down for maybe the winter or something. The other one was closed down because it was taken apart, or it could have been storm damage. I don't know.
So businesses need to update their Google map, that's for sure. So that's one thing, an encouragement. If you've got a business and something has changed, check your Google listing. And the rest of Saturday was all right. Sunday seemed to go pretty smooth. Got turned around in a few places, but thankfully we had enough power on the phone to map us. And then today, it's been pretty calm. Not restless. All is good. So that's C, challenges. Our reaction, I was kind of annoyed Saturday, with the idiot on the road, but the old phrase of why lose your peace when someone else is losing theirs. So I just kind of took a breath and kept going and figured, something will get better. And
I gave him a wave with all of my fingers.
Right.
Hi, how you doing?
But, we have to choose what we're going to lose our peace over. And that's what we chose. Reaction that way. And then going into church, it's good to meet new people and get to hang out with a few people later on. I think that was about it.
Yep.
Attitude, kind of the same thing. I had a little bit of crappy attitude when the guy hollered and honked and flipped, but was able to adjust it. Any other attitudes that you wanted to share, dear?
Well, I am happy to be here in the sunshine. At home, I'm sure it's snowing and chilly. So
it might be sunny, but it's still cold. That was fun to visit with the gang last night. They'd never been probably further north than Mississippi, maybe Tennessee, and they were asking what our winters were like, and we said, it's 30 at home, 35, something like that, and they were, what?
And that's
really?
The high for the day.
And that was the high for the day, and they were just dumbfounded because it's going to get cooler this week, it's going to be 70 and still sunny. 68, I think, is the high on Wednesday, and they were looking forward to the cool down, and they said, is your cool down like that? I went, oh no, it's more. So we were talking about weather, but it's kind of fun to talk to people who've not been further north than the high south, basically, here. And then possibilities or potential. We met a couple. Well, we didn't meet the husband, but we met the wife, and her husband does home brewing, and they're just moving into their house this coming week, and I don't know, there might be some potential to visit and see what partnering opportunities might arise. We walked around the neighborhood today to kind of get a feel for potential out here on Panama City Beach. Looked at some properties just while walking by. looked up some stuff online. What else? Oh, you talked to the manager at the brewery that we visited last night. What'd you find out there?
Apparently, they're thinking about moving to a larger location, and they might need some extra help. So we'll be here for another couple weeks, and we'll see what they come up with.
Exactly. And I can't think of anything possibility or potential. Just being able to relax and calm down our thoughts, and being able to focus on just being rather than running around and doing. That has been really helpful for me, because we get up in the morning and we don't have to go, where are we going? Or we had to set an alarm. We're able to just wake up when the sun wakes us up, or when people are driving by, and we can hear it through the window. But being able to slow down and step back a little bit. Anything else you wanted to share?
I think we've covered all the bases for today.
Awesome. So that is
Maybe we'll
the update.
Maybe we'll do an update from down on the beach someday when it's not quite so windy.
Yes, that was where we had a little bit too much wind. Otherwise, we would have done this down there. You just get to listen to the fine leaf blower instead of the wind crackling into the camera. So, all right. So, hope you have a blessed day. Thanks for listening. Tell your friends. Hit the subscribe button. All that good stuff.